Okay, it's time to assemble the gear change mechanism into the outer cover. So these are all the sort of relevant parts of the gear change assembly, and we're going to assemble them in a minute. Things to note: we want to check that for any wear and so on. So the first thing I've done is I've replaced this ratchet spring. This is the original, and I've got a new one, just really as a matter of course, because it is a very important spring. And so, whilst we're doing it, it's good to get a new spring. Also, this is the gear change return spring, and that can wear, particularly on the ends of these legs. And I have heard of these legs actually, being cut through on extreme cases, and then things won't work. No, that's okay. What I'll probably do is fit it upside down, so it wears in a different place. But we need to check everything's okay. There's no damage and so on. Everything's looking okay. So this is called the ratchet plate that the pawl will engage in. Here's the pawl sort of arm and the pawl itself, which will engage with the ratchet later on. There's a little bit of scoring on the side of the pawl, but I think that's fine. That's just from the spring. It's these. It's more important that the teeth are sharp where they engage with the ratchet plate. Okay, and then the other thing to note is we've got new oil seals on this shaft here, which goes inside. That's the gear lever shaft that sticks out. Then inside of that, we've got this shaft, and when the shaft's fully in, that's what your gear indicator clicks onto. That later on, we'll have the gear indicator and it'll point at the different gears. And because of that, there's an oil seal in the middle of the shaft, because of course oil could sneak down that shaft. So here's a little oil seal for that, which I haven't replaced yet, but we will be replacing. And then you've got an oil seal for the kickstart shaft, and you've got an oil seal for the gear shaft. And in the casing, you've got grooves that will take the oil seals. We'll put those in shortly. One thing to note is that these are sort of kind of standard oil seals. They're like O-ring seals, but they are actually upgraded, uprated. If you look at the one on the right, that's a sort of normal circular O-ring. If you look at this new one on the left, you can see it's like what we call a cross ring or an X-ring seal. It's double lipped. If I can get it to focus, that would always help. You see there's like a double lip on it, as opposed to just like the normal round cross section of the sort of O-ring seal. So, and the same goes for the gear change seal as well. Okay, so they're just that little bit. They're not a full oil seal, but they're a bit better than the originals. You can machine these out and actually fit proper oil seals, but I think with these uprated seals, they're called X-ring seals or cross-ring seals. I'm sure they'll do a much better job than the originals, and I think we'll be okay. So I'll be replacing. I'll put in those seals in, and then we'll start assembling the actual gear change mechanism and showing you where everything goes and how to adjust it. We basically adjust it so there's just a little bit of movement on the pull, but we'll come to that when we do it. But I just wanted to go through everything with you first. Okay, so we're going to start assembly, and what I tend to do is I assemble things kind of and then put them in. So going to get the return spring, which I've turned upside down, and that goes on, if I can do it. There, that's on the bottom of the stop plate, and then let me get this thing. We've got the washer on top of that, and then we've got the pawl carrier arm. So then we've got to do the bottom of the pawl carrier arm goes in to this spring, which also goes through the stop plate. So I'm just going to jiggle things a bit to try and get this engaged with the spring. Yeah, so the bottom of the, the bottom of the pawl carrier goes through the spring goes over the stop plate and then onto the bottom of the pawl carrier. Then we've got the ratchet spring, and as you can see, one arm has got a dog leg in it, this arm, and that always goes to the bottom. So there's our case here. So the bottom is towards us. Okay, so then I'm going to pop that on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can put the two arms go on either side of the stop plate. So I'm going to try putting those on first. Not sure that's going to work. A bit, and then I can get the ratchet plate on over the top of that. Turn the pawl so that the ratchet plate will go down. There, I've got the and then put the there until it's fully home, and there's a new oil seal on this ratchet plate. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Not brilliantly. Right, now in order for us to adjust things and see if it's working, we have to get it in place. Yeah, we can't do it like on the bench because we have to adjust this spring. This spring here has to be adjusted to miss the pawl, but the only way we can do that is by having it in place. So I've put the oil seals in the kickstart and in the gear change, and I've put oil on. I'm just checking everything's okay there. They're fully seated. Yeah. So I'm just going to pop that in there. See if I can feed it past the new oil seal. Thinking about it. Are we in? Don't think so. Maybe we are. No, I don't think we are. Right, I'm going to have a problem getting that over the I'll take this off. I'll probably take the spring off, and let's see if I can get the shaft won't go in past that new oil seal. So I'm going to see there, it's gone in now. I can feel it, it's gone home now. So then I'm going to put the spring back, dog leg at the bottom. And I'm going to put the bolts in that hold the stop plate. They've got spring washers. I will be, I'm going to put them in loosely for now, just so I got the plate in position. I will go back. We'll go back and put these in. I'll probably put some Loctite on these, as well as the spring washer, when we actually fit them properly. So right, I'm trying to do things on camera, and so of course it's not going right. Well, they're in after a fashion. I'm just going to tighten those up a bit. Okay, I've just used a socket just to tighten these bolts down a bit. I'm going to put this ratchet back through, and I want to make sure that it sits properly on the spring. Missing the pawl. There we go. And down it goes. Right, now that's all roughly in place, but we've got to get it adjusted. Now this spring, either arm of the spring, it should just be missing the pawl at either end. Now at the moment the spring is way too tight. It's sitting quite tight on the pawl either side. So we're going to have to bend these arms out with a pair of pliers, and we just want it to miss the pawl, just so the pawl can rock a bit. If it's like this tight, there's no way it's going to select the gears properly. See, it just misses the gears because it's tight. So I'm going to take this ratchet plate back off. Then we're going to take the spring back off, and we're going to get a pair of pliers either end and bend the arms out roughly where the pawl is, and try and make sure it misses the arms by a bit, just to allow the pawl to rock a little bit either way. I'll just have a go at doing that. Okay, so after quite a bit of bending and messing about, I think I've got the spring just about right. So we've oiled all this, we've got the new oil seal on. I'm going to put the ratchet plate back in. Make sure it sits on the spring fully home. There we go. And yeah, so there we've just got a little bit of play in the pawl. Just that little bit of play, so it's not touching, and that's what we want, and that's now set correctly. Alright, so that's all done. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these bolts back out. I'm going to put a bit of Loctite on them, put them back in tightly, and then we're ready. Sorry, that's our doorbell. Then ready to put this on the gearbox. Yeah, don't forget the dog leg at the bottom. The spring goes to the bottom. Okay, great stuff. Okay, and there we go. That's all done. That's loose on there. Good, good. Just by the by, you can see where the gearbox has been stood, obviously, for a long time. This nut, not rusted because it was below the level of the oil in the gearbox. This nut, or bolt head, very, very rusty because it was above the level of oil in the gearbox. Because obviously, when the gearbox is being used regularly, oil is flung around. But if a bike's been standing for a long time, obviously the oil just sits at the bottom of the gearbox, and no oil gets to the top. Okay, right, I'm going to just give everything a quick oil, and then we're ready to put the outer casing on the gearbox, and then the whole gearbox will be finished.